What's the deal, you guys? Welcome to another great episode of RSL Arcade Sports Lounge. Yes. Today is October 6th, 2022. And we're going to get straight to it, you know what I'm saying? I am going to get into baseball, basketball, get a recap of the Laker game, give you guys more fantasy pickups for tonight and going into this weekend. Just want to say, repping, Jimmy Butler jersey today because the Miami Heat do play a preseason game against the Brooklyn Nets. So we're going to get into that a little bit. I want us to take the time also as well to, also mention, mental health. Please check in on your family members and your friends. We're getting into the holidays. A lot of people don't like to talk around this time. A lot of people like to put pressure on themselves. And I just want to say, take the time to reach out to people that you haven't talked to in a minute. Like I said, that phone call, that text could really help somebody out. So please do that. So also like, subscribe, and share, please. I'd really appreciate you guys. And let's get straight to it. Let's get into baseball here, Dodgers did win and finish off the season on a dub. Congratulations, the Dodgers ended up winning with 111 wins, fourth most all time. So, give it up one time for the boys in blue, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Freddie Freeman and Trey Turner. Both yesterday were able to get 100 RBIs on the season. That is pretty fucking awesome. That is pretty fucking legit, And I said that we have two players on our team that have 100 RBIs. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. Trey Turner got it on a 3-shot home run in the fifth. Kershaw yesterday, he was on the mound, he was pitching, passed Cy Young to be 24th all-time on the strikeout list. Also finished the season with a record of 12-3. So shout out to Kershaw too, man. Hopefully he could bring that deal into the playoffs because that has always been one of his flaws. He can never finish out in the playoffs, you know what I'm saying? And the Dodgers end up having 95 wins this year with at least 2 or more runs, which led the MLB. Which is pretty fucking sick. It lets y'all know that, we could put up numbers and we could put them up in a fucking hurry. You know what I'm saying? So, going into this postseason, man, we have a lot of upside. A lot of upside, you know what I'm saying? People that scored yesterday, Freddie hit a home run in the 3rd inning. Trey hit a 3-shot home run, like I mentioned, in the 5th. Bellinger had a solo in the 7th. Hopefully, Belly could get this going, you know what I'm saying, going into the playoffs. Because we need that hitting at the end of the lineup, especially. And then Freddie had an RBI. Trey scores in the 7th, and that's how Freddie Freeman got his 100th RBI. And that's pretty awesome, man, to have those accolades, to have this, this team that's on a roll, that we could root for. Hopefully, they say that we're a super team and whatnot, since, we have all these big names. And, hopefully, we could just keep it together, keep riding, figure out a way to actually, bring another World Series here to LA, you know what I'm saying? The city of angels and the city of champions, you know what I'm saying? Also, I want to recognize Ohtani. Yes, Ohtani had a great season this year. He is qualified to be the ERA champion and the batting average champion, which is crazy coming from a pitcher. I don't know if you guys seen my video yesterday. If not, go check it out. I was bringing off some of Ohtani's accolades and some of the things that he was doing. And why, he might be an MVP this year. Because, no one's done that in, forever. Forever. And he would bat at least 540 this time. And no one has ever done that since Babe Ruth in 1919. Which is crazy. Out of all this time, of all these baseball players, all these great pitchers and hitters that we've had, no one's been able to do that since Ohtani was able to, copy Babe Ruth since 1919. That is freaking crazy if you ask me, man. And then I also want to, recognize Tío Albert Pujols, for a great career. He is retiring this year. 700 club, finished with 703 this year. 18 home runs after the All-Star break, which is the most by a 40-year-old, which is crazy. And he had 20 home runs in total, which tied Ted Williams to not only have 20 home runs in his first season and his last season, which is freaking crazy, not a lot of people have been able to do that, especially for his age, the way to keep swinging like he did, man. And he is the third player to have 3 home runs in a World Series game. Only the third player to do that. Hopefully, we could have a Dodger that's able to do that this year and, be able to be in that conversation too. But just to hear that, and have all this acknowledgement for that man, Albert Pujols really has changed the game for people. And, he's always been an influencer, show people, you don't have to really be, skinny and tall. You could be, semi-built. And, if you know how to swing it, you know how to connect the ball to the bat, it's pretty much all you need to succeed in the league. And you just have to have, that correct mindset and that motivation, to keep pushing through and to be successful. You feel me? And that's pretty freaking amazing if you ask me. And I just hope, for the rest of his post-career, successful. If he plans on getting in broadcasting or if he goes into coaching or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That was a little bit of baseball. Time to get into some NBA, you know what I'm saying? NBA regular season starts in 11 days, starting today. 11 days, guys. I don't know about you, but the anticipation is hella real. And with that being said, that the NBA regular season starts in 11 days, they had a GM survey, and the GMs pretty much said that the championship favorites for this year are Bucks at 43%, Warriors at 25%, Clippers at 21%, at the Celtics with 11%. Now, this is a GM survey, this isn't, amongst the people voting and whatnot and, their opinions. And to be honest, this list I can't really argue against. It's just that, how do you not have the Lakers up there, you know what I'm saying? Just being a Laker fan that I am, how do you not have them up there? I can see why they don't have Brooklyn up there, even though, KD, Kyrie, and Ben Simmons, they say they're going to make this work. We got to see it to believe it. And another thing that, is kind of surprising that's not up there is low-key Memphis. It's low-key Memphis. You know what? That's going to be my dark horse for this year. And John Morant is also going to be my dark horse for MVP candidates because the GMs also had a vote on who the MVP candidates were. And they picked Luka, 48% to close out the MVP, Giannis at 34%, Joel Embiid at 14%, and Curry at 1%. That is kind of crazy because the fact that, LeBron ain't up there. But I can see why, I feel like LeBron is going to try to pass the torch. If AD can stay healthy, maybe he might be able to push for that. But, that's a big what if. Because we just need man to stay healthy as of right now. And like I said, I feel like John Morant is going to be the dark horse for this MVP race. Don't get me wrong. I think Luka, honestly, he might take it only because, that's a dome. It's a Luka dome, you feel me? Like, that man, crazy work. Crazy work. I remember there was a highlight I seen that he was playing overseas. He was playing against Gobert. And man was just running down the baseline, going to the three-point corner, and he just floated game out to 1 foot, just knocked it down like it was nothing. Like, who is that man? I know a lot of people hate him just because, he kind of gives you that James Harden vibe. And when James Harden was in Houston, a lot of people didn't like him because, James Harden was always, he took contact and foul. He would always do the dancing and shit and never show some love. Luka kind of does the same thing, but I feel like, Luka's a bit more, I want to say a bit more versatile. You guys can let me know if he's a bit more versatile than James Harden or versatile than anybody else. But the only thing that kind of lacks Luka is his defensive side. He kind of is slacking on the defensive end, but that could always be fixed. That doesn't have to always be your Achilles heel, but it's up to him. And if he really wants to get into it like that, you know what I'm saying. Let's get into some preseason games that we had yesterday. I want to start with the Cavs and the 76ers. The Cavs ended up winning 112-113. Oh, losing, excuse me. Cavs shot 46% from the field. The 76ers shot 47% from the field. Donovan Mitchell did play yesterday. In 19 minutes, he had 16 points, 6 for 9 from the field, 3 for 4 from threes, 2 rebounds, 5 assists, which isn't a bad stat line for his debut. I know he only played for the first half and stuff, but in 19 minutes, having 16 points, 6 for 9 from the field, man's doing his job. Man's doing work. And Darius Garland, too, 15 minutes, 12 points, 4 for 7, 1 for 1 from downtown, 4 assists, no rebounds. Now, those two, honestly, could be one of the best backcourts in the league. If if they mesh together, and able to do it. Because both of them, they both have some of the similarities. They're both ball control guards, and they're very explosive. But Garland and Mitchell have also been talking about like how they are able to play off the ball, and they're able to facilitate, be able to cut baseline and get that drop pass to be able to dunk and stuff. So we're gonna see how that works out. To me, I feel like they might be a top 5 backcourt in the NBA right now, and that's pretty good if you're a Cavs fan right now. That's a lot of hope and a lot of things to look forward to, no doubt. To get into the 76ers stat line, James Harden did play yesterday, 19 minutes, 9 points, 3 for 9, 1 for 3 from downtown, 1 rebound, 5 assists. Okay numbers from James Harden, but James Harden isn't there to be the old James Harden. James Harden is there is to facilitate, get Joel Embiid the ball, and if he has to, knock it down a couple threes. PJ Tucker did play yesterday. Didn't really do much. Just 17 minutes, 4 rebounds. What do you expect? It's only preseason. They only played for the first half. And Embiid also did play yesterday. 18 minutes, 12 points, 6 for 13 from the field, 0 for 2 from downtown, 6 rebounds and 3 assists. It's not bad. It's not bad. Joel Embiid, he was showing some Harden-like things. I'm not gonna lie. I seen him do a Euro step, try to get around Jared Allen. So, Embiid, he's taking some notes out of James Harden's book, and then got to finish off with Mackgee. And Mackgee, honestly, might, I don't want to say he could be most improved, because I don't think he, qualifies for that, but Mackgee, he's gonna be up there. He might be a first team, all player, because that's right now, 15 minutes, 21 points, 11 from the field, 3 for 3 from downtown, 1 rebound, 2 assists, and we're still talking about preseason right now. Mind you, these guys are playing against some of the starters, so they are getting legit, playing time and whatnot against actual players that they're gonna see. But in that first half, we're playing for 15 minutes, 21 points. I don't know, but it might be, Embiid, then Mackgee as a second option, then Harden, and then Tobias Harris. You guys let me know in the comments of how you guys feel on that. But that's what it's kind of looking like right now. Which I can't complain if I'm a Sixers fan, because Mackgee getting that crazy work. But 76 is gonna be a problem this year. Best believe. Also, in another preseason game, we had Toronto versus Boston. Ended in an overtime game. Toronto won 125-119. Pascal Siakam had 13 points in 23 minutes, 5 for 11 from the field, 0 for 2 from downtown, 6 rebounds, 1 assist. And Anunoby had 24 minutes. He had 10 points, 4 from 8 from the field, 0 for 1 from downtown, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, which isn't bad for Toronto. You know what I'm saying? That's what they need from those players, low key. And Toronto's always gonna be that sleeper team, especially with Fred VanVleet down there, man. That boy gonna stroke it, even though he's small as hell. He he's the fun size of Drake. He's the fun size Drake, ain't gonna cut. With Boston, some of the stat line: Jason Tatum, 29 minutes, he had 18 points, 6 for 16 from the field, 0 for 7 from downtown, 10 rebounds, 4 assists. Not a great shooting performance from downtown, but it's Jason Tatum. He'll figure it out. He'll get it done. He's like baby mama in the making. The baby mamba in the making, you know what I'm saying? Besides Devin Booker, I don't know. That's one thing I might have to get into. Who is a better version of, not a better version of Kobe, but the next baby mamba? Is it Devin Booker or is it Jason Tatum? Since both of them used to be so close with Kobe, and work with Kobe and whatnot, get one-on-one workouts with them. So we'll get into that another day. Jaylen Brown had, in 27 minutes, 23 points, 9 for 14 from the field, 3 for 6 from downtown, 4 rebounds, 1 assist. And low-key, I want to bring up this conversation too one day on one of these episodes. Whose team really is it? Is it really Jason Tatum's team or is it Jaylen Brown's team? And who do you guys think should be conducting the offense, or who should the offense really run through? Because, reading out the stat line, 6 for 16 for Jason Tatum and 0 for 7 from downtown. You can't really have that forever, you feel me? Don't get me wrong, Jason Tatum's going to go out and get his. But, having that shooting performance, if you want to, be a legit contender, you can't be having that from your stars, you feel me? You got to be able to go out, perform, and drop buckets on a consistent basis. So, what you guys think on that? Let me know. Hopefully I can make an episode about that so we can get into it. Maybe I can get some Boston fans up here and they can, tell me about how they feel and, whose team it actually really could be. And to finish off the preseason, of course, we are going to talk about the Lakers. You know what I'm saying? The Lakers did get at it early, which I loved. They did play Phoenix yesterday. 115. They lost to 119. It's nothing really, to be upset about. It's only preseason. The only one thing that I will say that you guys as Laker fans should be happy for, the Lakers did win the first half, and that's usually when the starters play against their starters, you feel me? And the Lakers did win that first half, which is a good sign. Yes, maybe, the Suns weren't really trying, as much as they tried because they didn't have Crowder out there. But they did have most of their starters out there. And just the fact that, we won that first half, especially without Anthony Davis, he did not play yesterday. That is huge. That is momentum that we should be able to build on, especially for Darvin. That is great stuff to be looking forward to. And I'm so excited for the regular season. Some of the stat lines there. LeBron, 17 minutes, 23 points, 8 for 11 from the field, 3 for 6 from downtown, 3 rebounds and 4 assists. LeBron was letting it fly yesterday, not gonna lie. That stroke looked pretty nice. He's not doing that, that one-step drop step, pull up no more. Man, just legit, wanting to pull up in your face and just let it fly. You know what I'm saying? Kendrick Nunn yesterday was probably one of the highlights of the team. 19 minutes, 21 points. Okay, 21 points. 8 for 13 from the field, 4 for 7 from downtown, 3 rebounds, 2 for assists. 4 for 7 from downtown? That's the shooting that we need. That's, as Laker fans, is what is going to excite us. He could possibly be a starter. I wouldn't mind benching Russell Westbrook for Nunn. But if Nunn could come off the bench and give us that, that solid 4 for 7, like almost on a consistent night basis, bro, that's going to change the game for me. That's going to spread the floor for all of us, open more driving lanes for Russell Westbrook, LeBron, give, more one-on-ones to Anthony Davis. Like, Kendrick Nunn, we need him to play like he was playing in Miami before he got hurt. The reason why Miami traded for him from Chicago, because, he was lining up in Chicago, and then, he got to Miami, he was doing good, and then he got hurt. So, hopefully, this is a sign for, more things to fucking come. Russell Westbrook did play yesterday, too, as well. 21 minutes, 12 points, 4 for 12 from the field. Not a good shooting performance. 2 for 4 from downtown, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. I mean, just knowing the speed that, Russell Westbrook has and the way that, he'd be flying up and down the court, you can't blame him all the time. You do got to be able to finish. He should be able to finish at the explosiveness that he has. But, yeah, I feel like you got to give him time. I know some people are just, tired and sick of him, having more turnovers and assists. Don't get me wrong. It bugs me, too. But, it's going to happen. But as long as he's able to make it up on the defensive end, or at least, play some type of energy, give us a spark, I'll be fine with it. I'll get over it eventually. I know some people don't. Let me know in the comments if you guys think Russell Westbrook should be shipped to Indiana for either Buddy Hield or Miles Turner, to be honest. Don't get me wrong, I would love to get those players, but I still want to see if Russell Westbrook's able to fit in, Let me know in the comments what you guys think on that. I really want to hear what you guys really think on that. For the Suns, stat line, Devin Booker, 25 minutes, 22 points, 7 for 20 from the field, 3 for 8 from downtown, 3 rebounds, 1 assist. Not a great shooting performance from Devin Booker, but at the end of the day, we know how D-Book is. Like Drake said, what? Like on Book. You know what I'm saying? He gonna get his shots up. He gonna let it fly. He gonna pull up. He gonna elevate on you, and it's gonna be water. Like no ugly God. It's gonna be water, 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 water. And then CP3, 26 minutes, 13 points, 5 from 11 from the field, 1 for 5 from downtown, 4 rebounds, 10 assists. normal CP3 numbers, you know what I'm saying? I don't like CP3. I think he's a big baby. I really do think he's a big baby. That fool complains about everything, and then if you give him a little arm check or some shit, he looks like, man, stop. Just because you're the goddamn president of the NBA, you think people can't just push you in the back? You think, That's why I love Patrick Beverley yesterday. If you guys watch the highlights, Patrick Beverley was trying to get in that man's head. That's why I love Patrick Beverley being on this team. He is going to bring that defensive presence that we did not have last season, that we majorly lacked in. That energy and that defensive presence last year. And that's what Patrick Beverley is going to bring this year. To end the stat line for the Phoenix, Shamet with 28 minutes, 21 points, 6-11 from the field, 5 for 7 from downtown, 2 rebounds, 3 assists. Shamet has low-key been a steal for that squad. I don't know how they got him or where they got him, but low-key, he has been a nice little solid steal for them. No cap. Also, today's preseason games, we have the Bucks playing against the Hawks. They played earlier this morning. The Hawks ended up winning 123-113. Other preseason games that we have today, we do have the Heat versus the Nets on ESPN. We have the Timberwolves, playing the Lakers in Vegas on ESPN2 as well. We have the 36ers, which I believe is a G League team, playing against the Thunder. We have the Magic playing against the Spurs, and we have, an international game of the Maccabees versus the Trailblazers. I don't know if I said that name wrong or that team name wrong. Don't come from my head. I don't know where they from. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying my best out here, but don't come from my neck. Best believe I'll try to get those Laker highlights to you tomorrow. I know LeBron probably won't play today because it is a back-to-back game, and it's preseason, so they might not work them. AD might come back today, but I'm not too sure. But don't be surprised if there isn't a lot of Lakers starters today in the lineup. And we're pretty much we're gonna get into football here. I have some more fantasy pickups for you guys for today and for this weekend. I will get to you guys that for sure. But before we do that, I do want to put you guys on another song from my boys D Romeo and Mackgee. Both have a collab song right here. It's off the chain. I'm pretty sure you guys gonna like it. And best believe y'all gonna deal with it, you know what I'm saying? on the ones and the twos. Romeo, Mackgee. Oh my. Chee. That video right there. Spazzing out. Speaking of one of the dudes up in there, go follow my boy Mark, his clothing brand, Second Nature, you know what I'm saying? Wearing some of his shorts right now. Look down below. Go check out his Instagram page. Go check out his merch, his website. He has killer shorts, sweaters, t-shirts, everything that you can name up, you know what I'm saying? Good material too, I'm talking about right there. It's good material. He has everything you need for all different type of weathers. He even has his full shiesty, you know what I'm saying? Got the little hoods on, you know, if you're trying to get active, you're trying to get Bracket and Bryce, you know what I'm saying? Go check out his merchandise, his clothing line. Please go do so. Check out Mackgee and D Romeo's YouTube, their music on Apple Music, SoundCloud, Spotify, all platforms. Go do that now. Now, let's get into some football. You know, today we do have a football game between the Denver Broncos and the Indianapolis Colts for Thursday night football, you know what I'm saying? And for some of these fantasy pickups, you know, I was trying to help you guys out yesterday. I apologize when the video got up too late. You know, those waiver wire pickups might have not been there anymore, but I got some more for you, you know, especially for tonight. If you couldn't get Phillip Lindsay or if you couldn't get Nyheim Hines, look up Deion Jackson. He plays for the Colts. He is a running back. They did give that man work in preseason. You know, you never know. They might give him touches before Phillip Lindsay's. So if you need a running back, go check that out. Definitely. If you need another running back, go look up Richard White from Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay did just announce that they want to use more of the running backs because Tom Brady is getting killed out there. You know how Tom Brady likes to get the ball out quick. So if you guys need more running backs, go look him up if you need him. Caleb Huntley from Atlanta, he's the backup to Tyler Aguilar or whatever his name was from yesterday that I mentioned. That was his backup. So Caleb Huntley is the backup. He is not rostered. He is available in 99% of people's leagues. If you need another running back, Isaiah Pacheco from Kansas City. He is not rostered in 10.5% of leagues. He's going to start getting more touches. I guess Kyler Hilaire at practice has, I don't know, I guess a hamstring injury or something like that. But he should be getting more touches. If you're really desperate, Rex Burkhead is also there. He's available in 25% of people's leagues. Craig Reynolds from the Lions. DeAndre Swift is still day-to-day and is quote-unquote doing better according to the coach. But he's still considered day-by-day. And if he's not there, go look up Craig Reynolds, for the Lions if you guys need a backup. He is available in 8.8% of people's leagues. And also Eno Benjamin, I think that's how you say his first name, E-N-O Benjamin. He is available in 8.1% of people's leagues if you guys do need a running back. Wide receivers, if you guys need some, Khalil Shakir, if I said that correctly, excuse me, from Buffalo. He's available in 99% of people's league. Jamison Crowder and McKenzie just got hurt in the last week's game. So as of right now, Shakir is making his way up to be that new slot receiver. So if you guys need a slot receiver, you might want to pick him up. He might not get you a bunch of points this week, but you know, he's gonna be in that role for sure. He's gonna get those touches, and if you need a receiver, you might as well stash him. Corey Davis too, with the return of Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson likes looking at Corey Davis's way. He's available in 77% of people's leagues. So if you guys need a wide receiver, go look up there. Also, Alec Pierce, if I'm not mistaken, he plays for Indy tonight. If you need a receiver and if you're desperate, he is going to be the deep threat. He's available in 7.6 of people's leagues. So if you guys are really desperate and you want to take that chance of him potentially getting one or two deep balls, he will be your guy. You know, he will be able to get that, that one touchdown that's for like 40 yards. Best believe him. Matt Ryan is not afraid to throw deep. Best believe that. Also, Devin Duvernay from the Ravens. He's available in 19.5% of leagues. He's a wide receiver as well. Noah Brown from Dallas. He's available in 12.2% of leagues. And Nelson Aguilar is available in 13.9% of leagues. if you guys want to go pick them up, and if you guys are running thin on wide receivers, they might not perform this week, but they will eventually, start bringing in those numbers that you need, to close out those tight wins that you get in fantasy. You feel me? Like, they might give you those 1 or 2, 3 points that you might need to close out that win. And then at tight end, Robert Tonyan from Green Bay. He's available on 21% of the leagues. So, that's my insight on the fantasy. And, people to go look out if you weren't able to go pick up some of the waiver wires that I told you guys about yesterday. Helping you guys out today, too, going into this weekend and going into this game. Speaking of the game between Denver and Indy, I have Denver winning tonight. Just only because of their defense. And also, I believe Russell Wilson is playing today too as well. And I think, honestly, that they're just going to have to get that offense going. They're just going to have to get that offense going. And, Indy's front seven hasn't really been as scary as they were last year, if that makes sense. And that secondary has been a bit vulnerable, but what secondary hasn't been vulnerable? You feel me? So it's like, but I do have Denver winning today. It might not be a high-scoring game. It might be a low-scoring game. I wouldn't be surprised if the touchdowns only go to the running backs this week. I could be wrong. Jared Jeudy might have a touchdown, so I don't know. Put the receivers in at your own risk, but I do end up seeing this being a low-scoring game. Because if I'm not mistaken, I think it is in Denver too, but I could be wrong. To also close out football, want to get into the MVP races. I want to hear what you guys think on who should be the MVP of this football season. I know it's still early. I know we're only 5 weeks in, but as of right now, they have Josh Allen in first to win the MVP, Patrick in second, and you have Lamar Jackson and Jalen Hurts with a 7-1 odds at their place. Excuse me, Jesus Christ. In my opinion, you can't really argue against Josh Allen. You feel me? Like, he's a stud. That man look corn-fed. That man look big. Like, he's just straight up man among boys. Like, no cap. He could sling that thing. But the things that Patrick Mahomes has been doing, he always has them crazy passes, the fucking behind the back. The one that he had against Tampa Bay last week when he was, swifting around and hit the little dump off to Clyde Hilaire. Man, it's hard to argue. And to be honest, Jalen Hurts has really came on the scene. I'm not even going to lie. I'm not even going to front. Jalen Hurts has really came onto the scene. Now, can he keep that up? That's what we're going to have to see. And that's why he has launched up into the MVP race. But, you can only be there for so long. You feel me? To be the man, you got to beat the man. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be the man, you got to beat the man. And that's what Jalen Hurts is going to have to do. And Lamar Jackson, honestly, I feel like he might walk away with this at the end of the season because, Lamar Jackson, the way that man runs, the way that man moves, man, that's the second coming of Michael Vick. I want to hear it. I don't know if you guys think that he's the second coming of Michael Vick, but I think damn sure he is the second coming of Michael Vick. The way that man be moving, I think he could even throw a bit better than Michael Vick. I don't know, maybe not the deep ball as much, but accuracy-wise, I think he's a bit better than Michael Vick when it comes to that area, But I probably do think I probably would rock with Lamar Jackson getting the MVP at the end of the year. And yeah, that's pretty much it for football. It's pretty much for the end of the show, Appreciate you guys for tuning in today, watching the show. Tomorrow I'm going to try to bring you more, football things, give you some of my predictions going into Sunday. Try to give you some predictions into college football too. I know I was going to talk about that. I haven't got to that yet because I want to be able to spread everything out. Don't want to overload everything at once and not have anything to talk about, Tomorrow is Friday, so my main goal is to go to a high school game tomorrow, so I will try to bring you guys live action on the channel. Try to post that too as well. Try to get some interviews from the coaching staff too that I know and very close to, you know what I'm saying? And I will try to give you guys too some insights, some over-unders into the wild card games tomorrow because they do also start tomorrow as well. And because, the wild card starting tomorrow, it's kind of weird. It's a 3-game series. The home team gets all 3 games there. It's the best of 3. So, it's kind of weird. I don't know if I've seen some people not, like it that way. They feel like, it's a wild card. It should be one and done. And the fact that, the home team gets all 3 games is pretty crazy. Because, I mean, if you're a West Coast team like the Padres, having to travel all the way to New York, that shit ain't cool. Like, I'm glad we're not in that position. That's why I'd rather see San Diego so we don't have to travel far than seeing the Mets. But we'll get into that tomorrow, you know what I'm saying? I will bring you guys Laker highlights too of the Lakers and the Timberwolves tomorrow. Let me know, comment down what you guys want to hear, what you guys want me to talk about, if there's anything specific that you guys want me to get into. I want to also thank Mark. Go look at Mark's clothing brand, Second Nature. It's going to be down below. Shout out to Romeo and Mackgee for letting me use their music video. And I want to say you guys have a great day. Thank you for tuning into RSL, baby. We out.